Hey guys, it's Lucid. Welcome back. Got another turn for you. It's turn 34, and it's been a while. I want to say almost a month since I recorded last. So I'm going to be jumping back into it. In the meantime, a new patch has come out. For you, it's not new. For you, it's ancient news. But it was the big anniversary patch. And so, anyway, some of the replays and stuff are not going to match up. Last turn, I summoned a Termina Meditator, and these guys are sick. I also got... Let me get my mic right. I feel like it's too close. We also did some trades for gems, and we found 3 magic sites. We got 2 Labyrinth of Skulls and a Murdering Mire. So this is just, casual 3 death gems. So we actually are going to have a shit ton of death gems, as it turns out, relative. Because we've got this death income, and then we've also got... okay, maybe I'm jumping ahead a few turns, so spoiler. Yeah, okay. Wait, is it here? I could have sworn to God. Well, it must not be here. Okay. Well, anyway, we're going to get witch doctors. I guess we don't have them yet. So this is just symptomatic of me not exactly remembering what was done and what is not. But we've got some cool stuff going on. So we'll do the events first. Nature gems, we got an Auto Coctinos. We got an Angel Egg. I'm going to go through when we catch up to my current turn. We're going to go rename these these guys are all badass. They're immortal. They've got immortal. They've got recuperation. Is it 1 month? 3 months. That's fine. They're innate caster, which actually sucks. A lot. They're better in productivity, which actually is something I can kind of make happen on the whole map, and I'm gonna make happen when I'm doing my Angel Egg Syzygies. They've got some built-in reinvigoration, which great, that doesn't make up for the innate spellcaster. These guys are wonky, but they're definitely super combatant here. The main thing you have to mitigate is the fact they fatigue themselves out with innate caster, but they've got a shit ton of item slots. The other thing we have to deal with is MR. Our MR is good, but it's not good enough. So we can do Iron Will and stuff, but yeah. So anyway, we'll be renaming them, but Ayo, if that's how we say it. Ayo. We got him, so that's pretty sweet. Song of Palm and Footman, I dig it. I dig it, I dig it, I dig it. Importantly this turn, and this was partially why we were trading for all those gems, is we are casting Earthblood Deepwell, and because we've got the this discount site, we get to cast it on the cheap, only 64 gems. So that's pretty sweet for us. Now, what I have done, and I did it I can't remember if I did it last turn or this turn, but if you recall, I was distressed. I was distressed that this war with Arcadia was not going to go well. I had tested how these battles would go, and they don't go terribly well for me. Basically, no matter what I do. I can win, like with the big stack like this, doing all the cool shit, but I win at great cost. So it's never clean. One of the so anyway, because of that, I was about to change topics like a rambling fool. Because of that, just a rule of dominions, you cannot stay in grindy wars that you're not going to win very cleanly. Unless it's like strictly necessary for the game. So as much as it pains me, I think I'm going to have to get out of this war and not turn on Kalem, because I don't want to do that. First of all, I don't want to do that to Aether Nomad, who's the player and also the mod creator. But second of all, he and I had a pretty good alliance, and this is going to be backstabby enough with me just backing out of the war. But what I told Arcadia is that, hey, I will let you have a one-on-one with Calum. If I get this throne from you, and if I get these once you conquer Calum. And he initially said no, but then said, let me think about it. Because Calum also goes pretty far down here. So, in some ways, I'm going to bully him out of these. Because here's the thing, and I actually did this negotiation between last turn and this one, which is why I moved this army back down here. So... if I have this army here, because I can technically kill his army with it, he can never really get out of this war with Calum. And so he's going to be in this weird grindy war. And meanwhile, when you're in a grindy war, you know, all you have to do is make one misstep, and then Calum and I would win. Potentially. And also, he's like super committed up on this front, which means anybody could flank him on the back and kind of ruin him. So for him, not only does it make this war much easier, since I think he'll win a one-on-one versus Calum, but it's going to kind of just reduce the heat on him in general, so that other people, he can either deal with other people attacking him or, you know. Anyway, so that was the deal. There was a weird thing about this particular province where I'm not going to be able to take this one until turn 44. And part of the thinking is he's had to pay Calum for this as part of the negotiation before Calum did his nap with him. So he's had to buy this, and then he put a temple and stuff in it, so he's invested some in it. So part of the way, I can't pay him back, I'm too fucking poor, but part of the way he's going to get paid back is by raiding and holding on to this before turn 44. But anyway, that's the idea. Taking this also for me, now if we look at how much land I would get like 4 provinces out of this whole deal. Arcadia is going to get, because I think this was Arcadia's, but he's going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, probably about 9 provinces. And then he's also getting rid of the chance that he loses the war. So anyway, that is the arrangement we came to. It is going to be, if Arcadia wins it cleanly versus Calum, it's going to be very good for him. If it costs him a great deal to win against Calum, if it costs him a great deal to win against Calum, it's going to be an okay but not great deal for him. It'll be a better deal for me. If he gets wrecked by Calum, then it's going to be a pretty good deal for me, because I get this. But the other condition of this agreement was I signed a very long-term nap, like a 12-turn nap that I can't break. And after that, it shifts to just being nap 3. So the downside for me is if he gets wrecked by Calum, which is possible. Calum can mass air elemental summon and stuff and then potentially kill him. If that happens, then I'm going to miss out on the spoils. Even if like Calum wins and like throws him off, I'm going to miss out. Like, even if it becomes a grindy war, but Calum wins a major conflict, if I were in that engagement, I would be able to backstab Arcadia. I mean, not even backstab, because I would be fighting him. I'd be able to just attack Arcadia and take a bunch of shit, right? Or if we had a normal nap, I would just end the nap and then take a bunch of shit. But I can't do that. So anyway. As part of this agreement. So that is the plan. For me, what do I hope for? I hope he and Calum are in a long, grindy war, or Calum wins. Those would be the best outcomes for me. Part of this, and I don't... I'm going to be bankrolling... I haven't told Calum yet. I will tell him at the end of this turn. I mean, I've told him in real time, but I haven't... At this point in the game, I don't tell him. Part of it, I had sent him a message, he was offline, and so I didn't just completely break it to him until we were into conversation, but anyway. I am going to tell him before he finds out some other way by me not doing what I should do. But anyway, this turn we're moving on top here. Sorry, it's really late here. I've got the yawns. So that's what we're doing. Picking up some angel eggs, moving them around. Got some blood hunting economy, doing some logistics, and putting up Earthblood Deepwell. Let's go ahead and go on to the next turn. Now, because we're getting out of this war, we're going to go to turn 35. Because we're getting out of this war, some of these are going to be a little slow. So we finished Enchant 8, which gave us access to Earthblood Deepwell. Or no, Enchant 7. And then we got a little bit of construction, and then we're running up Conjuration. We cast Earthblood Deepwell. We've got a battle here. We're going to kind of speed through these turns until I get caught up to real time. Here you can see Solar Eclipse going off. We don't have the Meditator yet, which is too bad. Now, he did say he had a lot of PD up here. So, anyway, there's a lot of PD, but we killed it. Here are the events. Oh, shit, we have a Cult of Gaia. I forgot about this. Where is this? Oh, shit, I have to patrol this out. I forgot about it, and I'm like 10 turns ahead in the real game. Bracer of Protection, not bad. We got some gold. Monster of Deep has been stirred, so we had a Kraken King come through and kill our stuff. So we're going to send in some idiot to kill him. I forget which one we get. I think I might mobilize this guy. I think I put like a Ring of Water Breathing on him. Let's send him over this way. He doesn't need much to kill a Kraken King, but we're going to keep going strong. Actually, I think this turn I send these air gems to Kalem. But otherwise, I would be making Alquills. Our research is hauling along. And we now have a shit ton of Earth income, thanks to Earthblood Deepwell, which went off successfully. Got Relay with more profits. So... there's a few questions about what are we going to do with all these Earth Gems. And what I've decided on, and this actually goes with conquering Agartha and having this enchantment site. I remember when I was playing as Trilliax and that mod Nate. Yeah, it was like a mod blitz. You can go check that series out. I think we ended up calling it a draw after like 3 different sessions of doing the blitz, but there was somebody playing you. It's actually the same guy who's playing Relay here. But what he said, and he just volunteered to play like last minute, so he had no time to prepare or really study the nation, and you is not exactly the sort of nation that you just pick up and, understand. But what he said at the end of the game is there's a lot of shadow economies you have to manage. He said there's 3 of them. And I was trying to figure out what all 3 were. I didn't exactly ask him. Because I don't know. I feel weird asking players for too much advice if I'm in a game with them. But one of the shadow economies is clearly angel eggs. Another shadow economy is kind of feat production, and then, yeah. I think, and I'm not sure, but I think what he meant for the final shadow economy, but I have no idea, is high priest production. Because if you have a lot of high priests, and we are going to get... Oh, here's one right here. But I think I got this one not for summoning allies, but I just got them kind of to have them. I didn't realize they could summon allies, but I think, especially because now we're going to be doing basically a long march to Construction 9, which is going to give us Shaitan U Atlas on the cheap. But anyway, because we are going to be doing that, it's going to take a while. And what I am thinking, and I could be completely wrong about this, but what I am thinking is it would be good to maybe spend a shit ton of those Earth Gems and build up a nice High Priest bank. And so that's one of the things we're going to be doing. And because we have an enchantment discount site, normally it would take 15, but if you look at it, it doesn't. It takes 12? Yeah. Just 12. So, pretty good. And then I'm going to get a fair amount of respawn. Our income's rapidly approaching our upkeep. The other thing we are going to do, and we're going to do it a few more times, is I need to get this one to level 9, and then I need to get at least one more to level 9. And right now I'm leaning towards alteration. In fact, I'm pretty sure I'm going to go alt 9. And I need to get blood 6. So ideally I'd get my research up to like 2k, but I don't know if that's reasonable. Maybe like 1600 or something. 1700. And that will get me to two 9s in a reasonable amount of time, with like a few things along the way. So anyway, that's the plan. But we need to get more thinking protozoans. After that, and I didn't even think about this, but because I'm not high enough. Once I get construction 6, there's an earth research item I could potentially forge, which might be a better use, of my earth gem, since these guys, these thinking protozoans, are not low upkeep. They cost a fair amount of upkeep. They've got heads, so I have to feed them. But that's basically that. We're going to be storming this fort. And I think that's all there is to say about that. Let's go ahead and go to the next turn 36. And this will probably be the last one for this episode. Keep them a little brisk, after that slog through Atlantis. There was a lot of feedback coming in from the Atlantis series. Like, people are like, oh my god, another hour episode. And by the time you see this, it's probably going to be a while after the Atlantis series. Or, I don't know, the Atlantis series goes a while. But, it's so hard recording late game, guys. First of all, there's a lot to cover. There's a ton to think about. So I don't know. I think I'm gonna shift more when I get close to the late game, of really just kind of summarizing what happens and then skipping turns and stuff. I end up doing that a little bit in the Atlantis series. I skip. Like, hey guys, not much happened. And that's kind of the phase we're in here in this U part, where we're not in the late game, because not a ton is going to happen over the next few turns. We take this. You can see we summoned a bunch of high priests. We empowered AO in blood, so this means he could do Leeching Touch. Really, for Leeching Touch to be awesome, I need to get him blood too, which is a lot of blood slaves. I need to have a bigger blood economy. I don't want to turn my blood economy on too much until I can start doing the angel egg growth thing, because I'm just going to destroy my provinces. But maybe I need to. I need to ramp my blood economy up. Getting these guys to be blood 2 is going to be sick. Going to be very sick. Then I need to think about what the kit is going to be. It's going to be an amulet of anti-magic. It's going to be probably a lead shield. That will get me up very high. And then if I have that, I don't, I wonder what happens if I'm not sure. There's a weird thing with these guys where if you put one item on them, it gets rid of all of their attacks. And I don't even know how that works, but it seems to happen. So, I know if you put one weapon, it does. I don't know if you do a shield. I expect it will. So I probably have to kit all their items out. But really the thing I want is magic resistance so these guys don't get enslaved. Or soul slayed. So, because they're immortal. And just generally it's going to be kind of a weakness for me. So anyway, that's that. What are we going to be doing now? Well, we're going to be watching. Down on this front, Arcadia has moved south and is now on top of Caelim's capital. Now, Caelim has not really fought him yet. He's pulling mages, and he's waiting to get Conjuration 5. And once he gets Conjuration 5, he will have Summon Air Elementals, and then he's going to do his big attack. And he's got a lot of mages. I sent him gems last turn, and I might send them again this turn. I can't remember how many times. I don't send him a ton of gems for free. I mean, I sent him... Okay. A while ago, I sent him gems expecting him to kind of pay me back. Not a few. I sent him like 40 or 50 or 60. Like a lot. But also, just because this was when Arcadia was running towards his capital, I had not napped Arcadia yet. So, anyway, I've already sent him a shit ton for free. I'm going to send him some more. I don't remember if I'm sending it which turn exactly, but I think the fort's not cracked, so he's going to chill out, I think, one more turn, probably have a battle next turn, or turn after. But anyway, that will be in the next episode. So it is turn 36, and I will see you guys next time.